I have always been fascinated by stock traders. I mean, what other profession would allow you to reap hundreds of millions of dollars just by pressing a buy or sell button? But if it was really that easy, wouldn't we all be billionaires? So what is it exactly that allows professional traders to be so incredibly successful? And more importantly, how can that relate to our everyday lives? I've studied what traders tend to do well. Now, I've found some similarities between what successful traders do and how they look at markets and how successful people look at the world. I'm going to talk about 3 methods that are used by experienced traders. And as I talk about these, I want you to think about how these relate to your life. And hopefully you'll gain a new perspective on how to realize your dreams. So what are these 3 methods? 1, that in order to win, you must be willing to lose. 2, you have to have the discipline to follow your own set of rules. And 3, you have to cut your losses short in order to let your profits run. Ding, 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 the markets have opened. Let's get into the pit. Now, if I gave you an opportunity to lose $1,000, would you be interested? For all of you that said, no way, this sounds way too risky, then let me say it another way. This $1,000 deal had a 90% chance of winning you $50,000. Would you reconsider? Hopefully this point illustrates that risk is not necessarily a bad thing, so long as there is a good enough chance of making a lot of money by taking that risk. Traders are not afraid to lose, and then they embrace it as an integral part of making money. Only unsuccessful people are afraid to lose. And in fact, from a trader's point of view, if you're not constantly failing, then you're just not trying hard enough. So think about something that you've been trying to accomplish for a long time. What are you willing to lose in order to win? And if you don't have anything on the line, then are you really even in the game? No 2 trading systems are alike, just like no 2 traders are alike. So what is it exactly that determines their success? It's discipline. Pardon me. Traders have the discipline to follow their own set of rules that matches their unique personality. And they, pardon me. They have their own unique system, and they follow that system under all situations and and they don't make excuses. So let's talk about your system. What does it look like? Does it match your unique personality? Or do you follow someone else's playbook? Do you follow a set of rules, or do you constantly make exceptions and make excuses? And do you learn from your mistakes, or do you fight to prove yourself right? Did you know that professional traders are wrong 50% of the time? 50%. How can they be wrong that often and yet they make so much money year after year? It's that they know how to cut their losses short in order to let their profits run. A novice trader, when a trade is going bad, they tend to hang in there and they pray for some miraculous turnaround, and they refuse to accept just a small loss. It usually goes something like this. Oh, I've lost $100, that sucks. Oh well, I'll just stay in, I'm sure it'll turn around. Oh crap, it's gone down 1,000. Oh, I can't get out now. I'll get out when it comes back and I'll break even, no big deal. Oh crap, I just lost $10,000. Dear God, please, please, please get me out of this. I won't ever do another stupid trade, I promise. Why didn't I get out at 100? Why didn't I get out at 5,000? An experienced trader would never allow this to happen. They realize when a trade is not going their way, and they cut it short, and this allows them to preserve their capital so they can trade another day. They understand that losses are part of the system, and instead of trying to avoid losses, they keep them small enough so that they don't go broke. And then when things do turn around, they're there, and they're in the game so they can take the profits to the moon. But a novice trader not only is reckless when it comes to letting small losses get out of control, they're also extremely stingy when it comes to actually making money. They get out just at the first sign of turning a tiny bit of profit, not wanting to be greedy. But think about this. This is completely backwards. They have all their money on the line when they're losing, and they have no money on the line when they're winning. Wouldn't it be better to flip this around so that you're consistently in a position to win huge? And even though you still experience losses from time to time, it's just no longer a big deal. So if you want to be successful, then be greedy. Cut your losses short so that you don't go broke. And don't sell yourself short. Give your ideas the room they need to grow and manifest into your dreams. Now, there are a lot of similarities between how successful traders view the markets and how successful people view the world. They understand that in order to win, they must be willing to lose. They have the discipline to follow their own system, and they know how to cut their losses short in order to let the profits run. Now, anyone can become a successful trader, just like anyone can be successful at life. Ding, ding, ding. The market of life never closes, and the opportunities are endless. Isn't it time to get into the pit?